This is Mission Implausible. One man, one woman competing head-to-head in a series of dangerous, unbelievable and downright implausible challenges, all just to see who's best. In the black corner is British touring car champion Jason Plato. His love of fast cars is only matched by his desire to win at everything he does. Taking Plato on in the red corner is Aussie glamour girl Tania. Don't be fooled by her pretty face. This Baywatch babe is a stunt expert, as hard as her manicure. Together they will compete head-to-head over 3 daredevil challenges. It's winner takes all. On tonight's Mission Implausible, Jason goes flying and Tania goes for a fall. But first, they visit Mission Control, a secret location in which they discover the details of tonight's first challenge. Tania and Jason, your first mission is a motorbike jump, but this is no bunny hop. You will learn to ride a trials motorbike off the edge of this cliff face. They are hard to handle, and even harder to let go of. Good luck. As always, Jason and Tania have support teams, expert in balance, speed and mechanics, to help them train for victory.
Ooh, big boxes. Oh, wow. And a big red toolbox. Oh, let's get it out.
Let's have a look. What's in the box? Mountain bike, in bits.
What a nice colour. Instruction manual. There you go. There's your job for the day. Build me a bike, please. What's in this box?
While the push bikes are being built, Jason and Tania get a taste of what's to come by watching a stunt demo of how to do the mission safely.
Oh shit! How are you feeling, JP?
I just don't like breaking mechanical things.
Jason and Tania will be riding their motorbikes along a 60-metre run up to the edge of this 100-metre cliff. With a top speed of 70 miles an hour, getting their bikes as fast as possible will be the key to success, because the distance between where the bike lands and the base of the cliff will determine who wins.
I look at things from a technical point of view, and I saw that when they were pulling the slack up on the rope, they weren't pulling the slack in quick enough, and there's coils here, coils of rope. And if one of those coils gets around your neck, let's say one rope coil comes up here and then it tightens, it's going to have your neck up.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's a noose. So it becomes a noose then, doesn't it?
I'm going to go and have worms.
Yeah, could you just go and check on the safety issues with this one, because that's the utmost importance.
Jason seems a little worried, and who can blame him when this is what happens to things that land at the bottom of the cliff?
Yeah. Do you know what we're saying?
So they
For
both
example,
confront the stunt team
rope came
to
down his
air their
shoulders.
worries.
All the rope had to do was go over here slightly, and he's off the cliff, and you're hung.
Yeah, I understand that, but you can't do it any other way, Jason.
Because the slack. No, sure, I'm not suggesting we do it another way. All I'm suggesting is we pull the slack in faster.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah. Well, we'll try and do that.
Well, no, we won't try, we will.
Okay, Mr. Plato. Point well and truly made. But what does the wireman think?
I've never had an insurance claim against me in 30 years.
Would you trust a bearded man in a straw boater hat?
We've got a couple of static lines on the artist, and we take the slack up as they run up the ramp and take off the edge. We just take the weight as they go off, so they're totally safe.
Jason takes his mind off a potential hanging by getting to know the motorbike without brakes. He's going to be riding off a cliff.
Hey, Dan.
And this is the expert who'll put him through his paces.
You're a stunt dude, I bet,
Bike specialist.
And he's a natural-born lemming. If it's got an edge, he'll jump off it.
Oh, so are you familiar with a motorcycle?
Yeah, I know how to work a motorbike.
Yeah.
I notice it's been rigged up here, obviously, where there's no brake there.
It's pretty much a standard.
Ever
it's
observant
been,
Plato's
rigged up here,
spotted
obviously,
the
where
lack
there's no
of
brake
brakes
there.
on the
It's pretty
specially
much a
modified
standard
dirt
bike.
bike.
We've taken the front brake off so that when you push the bike away, it won't get caught up on your hand. We've done the same with the clutch here. We've moved it along a bit and pushed it down.
Oh, okay.
So apart from that, it's pretty much a standard bike.
The tricks to getting this to go the furthest are?
Okay, what we need to do is you'll have a run up of about 100 feet.
Right.
So the idea is to get through the gears as quick as you can and keep the throttle flat out,
right,
so you can leave the cliff at the fastest speed you possibly can.
But winning this mission isn't just about gunning the bike to the edge as fast as possible. It's about overcoming the brain's natural survival instinct, not to throw yourself off a cliff top.
Now, it's quite well known amongst the group here, and I've taken a bit of stick so far, that I don't like heights. And, you know, I don't think I could walk a tightrope over a cliff. However, I've got to ride this motorbike off a cliff into the abyss. Okay, I've got a harness on the wire, but it's still... you know, it's not a nice thing to do.
So, Plato's got vertigo, whereas Tania's
Okay, here's
showing
the
a little more
quarry.
bottle.
Here's the quarry, here's the cliff edge, yeah.
All right, that's enough for me. I don't like going too close to the edges. So this is the runway up then, is it?
Yeah, this is your 100-foot run up. You'll have a mark at the back.
It's not that long, is it, really?
It's not, no.
Which means that I may have the advantage over Jason being lighter, because he's not going to be able to get that speed up as fast.
Exactly.
When she does this in the mission, she'll be riding a motorbike without brakes. There'll be no going back. As the dirt bikes they'll use have the same size engines, it means Jason's 25 kilograms of extra weight over Tania will slow him down on his approach to the edge.
I don't like bloody heights.
The boys are going great guns and getting their bikes built. Well, if they had all their bits, that is.
I think we've been nobbled, mate, by the girls.
Stolen.
They stole the pedals. Here, Dave, quickly nick theirs. Bob on.
Where are our pedals gone?
Do you think they might
John,
be shooting?
Dave, where are our pedals?
Guys, have you stolen our pedals?
Why have you taken ours?
Because we couldn't find ours.
Well,
And then we found ours, so we just decided to hide them anyway.
well, in that case, boys, we can take our rubbish.
We might need spare ones.
I reckon there's enough grunt in this. That second gear is going to be the gear to take off in. So let me find out what the second is. That's that second. Let's see what the acceleration is like in second. Ah, she's not good in second. I need a bump start.
Looks like you better get the hang of that, Jason, before you stall it on the edge of
let's
a
go down the
100-metre
hill.
drop.
Don't give us a push, sir.
I would like to go and have like a running jump over the edge to get used to the
Okay.
height, the swing.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can get you harnessed
I can
up.
do that?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, good.
And send you over so you get a feel for it.
Yeah,
that's
I'd like
right.
that.
Yeah.
Tania's all geared up and is going to do a running jump off the cliff just to get ahead for the height. Plato looks on agog.
Oh, off the motorbike now, are you?
Yeah, just having a little play.
Yeah, but I actually said that all you were doing is playing around your motorbike and you didn't
Yeah.
actually care about this mission. You had your team building your bike for you. You were off in the distance. And here I am actually taking this seriously because I'm going to kick your butt with this one.
3, 2, 1, action!
Watch this then.
But kicking threats still hanging in the air. Tania's off. This is a gutsy thing to do. Oh, there's a bit of a stumble there on the run-up, but she still flies off the cliff edge. Any experience like this can only boost her confidence. They'll only have one test run on the bicycles before switching to petrol power in the mission, when they'll be gunning those motorbikes off the edge. Hesitation or any chance of success.
Action!
So, with
So
Plato's
what's your
desire
tactics
to
on this
beat
one, then? You
Tania,
must have
eating
some
away
game
at his
plan.
fear of heights, will he go for a drop or not?
It's a big swing, really. But you don't know that yet, do you? Because you're so damn cocky, you're not even
No,
going to have a test.
I'm not cocky because that's about as far as I want to get to the edge because I don't like heights.
Is that what it is?
No, I don't.
Is that why you're not out there testing? And
But yes, that's why I'm not testing because I don't like heights.
hang on, Jason Plato is scared of something.
With the mountain bikes finally assembled, it's time for the test run. The push bike test run is there to give J&T a precious first-time experience as they go over the cliff. So that, and the fact that Jason hates to lose to Tania, means he can't afford to miss this opportunity. But Plato has a fear of heights, and he's just about to deliberately cycle off a 100-metre cliff. He's not happy, but he's soaking this experience in like a sponge, and that also acts as an instant cure for his phobia. Vertigo or not to vertigo? That is the question.
Here we go.
Winnie up here on the cliff top, and he's off! He's not waiting! Straight off, didn't even get a whistle, look at him! And his big out speed looks like he's going to go for it! His fear has left him for the moment, and here comes the edge, and he's off! Look at the bike spinning away! Look at that drop, that is terrifying! Oh, it's like an outtake from E.T., but he looks like he's alright. Bike's down to good distance, and he looks like he's happy up there. He's laughing about it. I suppose that could be the harness.
It's actually really good fun. Let's see how far the bike went.
What he can laugh about, though, is where his bike's ended up. It's 5 metres from the cliff edge. Good job, Plato.
Oh, that's not bad, is it?
See actually what he did there, he held onto the bike, the mountain bike, as long as possible so that he got the upswing on the cable, and then he let go of the bike to get the furthest distance. So I'm going to take a leaf out of his book this time around.
What you'll need to do on the bike, on the actual motorbike one, is not hold on to it.
Just let go of it.
Yeah, a lot sooner, because you brought it with you, which was good for
Yeah,
the
that's
bicycle.
what I was trying. I thought
if it was a competition with the bicycles, I think you've got a good, a very good technique there. But for a motorbike, you're not going to want like 60 kilograms hanging on your arm.
Right.
So,
Right. Food for thought.
yeah, definitely. Well done.
Having seen Jason's attempt at 5 metres, Tania's feeling the pressure. The battle lines are well and truly drawn now, and even though it's just a test run, Tania still wants to be top dog. So will she gun it into oblivion, or will it all be a drop in the ocean? It's a real cliffhanger. Find out after the break. Welcome back to Mission Implausible. Tania Zaeta is about to deliberately cycle off a 100-metre cliff face as a test run and to keep the heat on arch-rival Jason Plato. This push bike is 20 kilograms lighter than the motorbike they'll be using in the final mission. How will she account for that on this test run? Stars orders now!
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Wind struck slightly, she's really going for it!
Come on.
Nice pedalling, look at that, it's a nice one. Oh, nice, no fear at the edge. Lovely swinging arc, the bike goes down like a stone. Oh, look at him down there, like a graveyard. That is fantastic, almost on top of Jason's effort. Nothing in it, nothing between the two. Let's look at the distance. It's 4 metres, that's just a bike length behind Plato.
So now you've got some serious competition, boy.
That's really going to rub Jason up the wrong way. Not only is he battling his fear of heights, but he's got Tania breathing right down his neck.
How did I do? I listened to what you said.
Yep, no, you did exactly right. For when it comes to the motorbike, it will be, exactly the correct technique. As the front wheel came off the cliff, you let go and you push with your legs, it's fine. When you come to the motorbike, exactly the same.
So, testing has given both J and T an insight into how their mind and bodies will work at the point they drop off a cliff face. Now it's time to get to grips with the 125cc petrol engine dirt bike that's going to carry them both over the top.
Good chuck, T-Bird.
That was fun. Now you've got a bit of competition on your hands, haven't you?
Well, yes, but that's only a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
now we've got
it
the bikes. Do we start in second? Do we start in first?
What do you think? Should we start?
I don't know yet. I haven't
No,
decided.
No.
And if I did know, I wouldn't tell you. And I'd hope you wouldn't tell me what you're going to do either.
I never tell
'Cause you
you what
wanna
I'm
win.
going to do. Exactly. However, I know that you're a nice guy and you think the world of me and you
course.
like to help me out occasionally, and that you would tell me what gear you started in.
Third gear.
So this is the ultimate game of chicken. Once they start, they can't stop, because there's no brakes on that bike. Just a 100-metre free fall to the quarry floor below.
Is this really necessary?
Go time now, the ropes are pulled tight. Throttle's revving. Getting ready now. Oh, look at that face. And he's off. Just a few metres now to the cliff edge. There's no going back, and he's off the edge. Look at that bike, beautifully, cleanly falling away from him. He's got great distance on that. Oh my goodness, see that bike go down, that is mashed. He looks very pleased with himself. 9 metres away from the cliff, double the bike. Hooray for petrol.
Hey, it's good crack, that. I want to do it at 50 mile an hour now. We need a bigger bike.
The approach, Ron, was strong and his line's good. He hits the edge and just look at that body position, soaring like an eagle, making sure all his momentum is transferred into pushing the bike away. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And look, as a result, he can hold his head high and stand nearly at the edge of a cliff.
No, but
Plato's now
it's
so
probably
confident,
15
he's
metres.
taking bets on whether Tania will beat him.
Put your money down. Do you think she's going to win or not?
I think...
No.
No. Do you know what your team guys are trying to tell me?
Well, what's that?
Listen, when you get to the end, here's a tip from us. Brake when you get to the end.
Oh, it
Help
does.
you
It
get
sets-
over.
it sets the bike up.
And then when you get about here, hit it neutral. It'll help you roll over. Can you? Why do they think I'm stupid?
No, they don't.
So, with all bets in, it's over to Miss Summit. She's practicing, testing, and all that comes to the this is one of her mission takes. Her target is to beat Jason's 9 metres from the track. Start now!
Come on!
Boys, she's up! She looks managers and turning! And pretty fit, let's be honest. Look at that, she's really getting some spin right from there! And there's the edge, and she's away! Oh my goodness, look at that bike go down! Front wheel totally gone! That'll never escape to victory again! But has she done enough?
And I beat you!
Oh, she's shouting about something. Looking at her approach, it seemed straight and fast, and she assumed a good body position when she hit the edge. But her bike nosedived almost straight away. Could she have thrown it forward more? But crucially, the tape measure doesn't lie. Her distance, 8 metres. Jason is 1 metre further. It's a Jason win. J&T survey the wreckage of their
Yeah,
bikes.
well done. All right, well done to you. That was a good mission, actually. Yeah, you did cheat, and everything that the
What do you
safety
mean I cheated?
because everything the safety
Look.
guys said to do, you didn't do. But that's fine. Doesn't
Have
matter.
I not been gracious in defeat?
No, you are today, actually.
No, I've won today. I'm
Yeah.
saying when I've lost,
Oh,
have I not
sorry.
been gracious in defeat?
No, you. What do
Yes.
you? No, you haven't been gracious
Yes,
in
yes, I
defeat.
have.
You've thrown tantrums every time I've won.
Well, that looks like an argument that will continue for some time. So it's first blood to Plato. But can our Aussie Baywatch star bring one home for the girls in MI2?
Jason and Tania, your next mission will be a race on land and water. You must master these mini race hovercraft. Each packs a giant turbine, which lifts the craft off the ground on these special air skirts. But be warned, they require immense skill to fly. As you can see, they are easily crashed. To make your mission even more difficult, you must race them up a hill. Definitely not what they were designed for. Good luck.
The hovercraft. Now, I had a rumour that you did some hovercrafting at school.
Yeah, I did, mate. School project, we had to make one. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, so you know all about these then?
No.
We need an expert. You guys are
Luckily, then
rubbish.
each team has been
Alex,
assigned an
the
expert,
expert.
to turn
Okay.
Jason
Talk us
and Tania
through your
into
machine.
hovercraft kings in just a few hours.
Have you chaps ever been on a hovercraft?
Instructor Alex is the equivalent of a Jedi Knight when it comes to these things.
It's very much like being on a giant seesaw, bit of a floaty bed. You're on 9 inches up above the ground, and that cushion of air is contained by the skirt around the edge.
How do you drive or fly?
You pilot, so you
right.
fly. Yes, it comes under aviation. When you're on here, you've got the engine towards the rear, and when that's turning and the blades are turning around, pushes air into the collector. If you can see it at the back there.
Yeah, there's a little scoop, isn't
There's a
there?
little scoop there, and that channels all the air towards the front and a bit round the sides.
Over on
gonna
the
say,
red
Dave,
team,
I'm
Tania's
very,
in the
very
capable
excited about
hands
this
of
mission. All I
Dave,
heard was
with over
hovercraft.
6 years hover flying experience.
Is it similar to driving, say, a car, or more like a jet ski, or one of those kind
Probably neither, to be honest.
really?
You have no friction between the ground and the craft. It's literally floating around, to be honest.
floating around on
It's
air?
literally floating around on air.
And what about the transition then, going from land to water?
You'll actually feel no difference. This craft actually doesn't know whether it's on land or water.
So basically you have a throttle on the right-hand side, which you turn towards
Like
it.
a motorbike, yeah?
Like a motorbike, and that controls the throttle. You have pull down for left rudder on the left-hand side and pull down on the right-hand side. So as you can see, that's turning the rudders at the back.
You have no brakes.
Yeah.
I promise you, you have no brakes.
So the hovercraft haven't got any brakes, and they handle like a seesaw on a blancmange. Mastering their controls will be like nothing they've ever driven before. And if that wasn't hard enough, There's more.
There's another dimension. Of course, as you're 9 inches above the ground, if you lean, then the hovercraft will rock. So if you lean to the left-hand side, the rear will come around to the right-hand side.
So as well as the handle controls, body position can steer the craft. Great. But what about that hill?
Yeah, the key to going up the hill is getting enough speed up and keeping it in a straight line. We're going to actually make that a little bit difficult for you by adding some ballast to the vehicle in the shape of your teammates.
So with the whole team aboard, will Jason and Tania get round the course in one piece and still make it up that massive hill? Let's look at the course they're going to have to contend with. Starting down the grass riverbank, they hit the lake, around the island, and then it's back onto dry land again. But with no gears, traction or four-wheel drive, they must tackle this hill, racing 40 metres up a 1 in 3 gradient to the finish line. Fastest time wins.
There is another thing I've heard, that the other guy in the boys' team is a rally driver.
Yeah,
And
is that good or bad?
That's good for you, because he's probably used to driving a car a lot.
Yes.
And it's best if you don't drive this anything like a car.
Uh-oh, Jason's a touring car champion, all right. He eats, drinks and breathes cars. Does that mean he's got an immediate disadvantage?
If there's anything with an engine, I'm bull at a china shop.
Right.
Is that going to help me?
You're used to quick responses, and with hovercrafts, you tend to need to basically think ahead, allow a bit of time for it to manoeuvre, and basically plan that step before you get there.
So, for what I'm gathering from what you've said, the girls, because of their ineptness, might be good at this.
They might be very good at this, yes.
We're going to have to get stupid.
Get stupid, Jason, and quickly. The first battle lines are drawn as they get to grips in a solo test flight. Jason's had loads of racing experience, but this hopper's behaving more like an elephant on an ice rink. Unlike Tania, who's taking to it like Dr. Water. Eager to redress his pro-driving disadvantage, Plato keeps a close eye on Tania's training.
Well, I'm just watching Tania's style, and she appears to be lacking in that area. She's been in the trees twice, and it looks like an accident waiting to happen. Good news for the boys. In fact, she's crap.
He still can't deal with the fact that Tania's got the edge, but she's most definitely earned her flying wings. A magnificent achievement in just 2 hours.
Jason's already cocky about this one, and he's, he weighs about 8 times more than me anyway. And he's going to get out there and do a really good job with all of his race car driving and kind of put me to shame for now, but slow and steady. We'll be all right on this one, girls.
Coupling their newfound pilot skills with a shrewd race plan will make all the difference. And Tania's taking the opportunity to hatch some very secretive-looking tactics with her expert. Here's the course plan they must crack.
Down the hill the same. Yeah.
Around the island as you did.
Yeah.
You can turn. When you turn, you can literally turn either right-handed or left-handed, whichever you like.
So, game plan or not, deciding who goes first will be an advantage. And Tania's brought along a nifty test of coordination. Let the balls decide.
Here we go.
Beautiful. Stand aside.
I think we have a take
national
2.
Schoolboy champion.
This is along with your national dart throwing and your national bubble blowing and your national
paper
aeroplane
and
your national... Did you actually study at school? No.
Yeah, lots of things.
Paper aeroplanes. Right,
Right, here we go. Watch and learn.
You're not... Oh, you...
Right, there you go, I've won.
Wait a
right, so on that basis...
Someone's got to give me a game that he actually can't play, at least.
Hey, well, it's your game, you brought it. So, I'll go first.
Yes, Jason will lead the charge for glory. So here we go then, we're down by the water. It's just a test run, this one. There's no teammates, so there's no points here for winning, but these two are hyped up. There's one in the Olympic final. Plato's off his pass. Straight to rally driver mode. Look at that, he's taking the inside racing line around the island. That's a little toe in, by the way I do my research. And he's already on the bank really quick. Look at that, down on the rocky looking. Oh, no, had power. Stranded, yeah, like an old whale. And he's failed to reach the finish marker at all. So now all Tania needs is a pass. All she has to do is reach that marker. She'll won this practice when she's up. Nice and steady, kind of slow though, kind of tortoise and hare. I mean, hovering, which rarely happens in a fairy tale. And she's taking it very, very wide. Look at that. Where is she going? But look at how much power it's given her. She's gunning up the hill and oh yeah, she's way past the marker. Nice stuff. So neither made it to the finish line, but valuable lessons have been learned. Plato was all pace, but no power on that dreaded hill, while Tania took her time, shooting off the racing line to give herself that huge run up the slope, further than Jason. Tactical genius. Okay, the teams regroup for their final test run, and this time they have to take one team member as a passenger. No points being given, but the psychological advantage of winning this will be huge. Who will be king of the hill now? Jason's chosen Dave, who weighs a skinny 69 kilograms, giving the good ship Plato a cargo total of 150. Back outside and let's see how Plato does with a passenger. It's a start time. Tania's got the horn. 3, 2, 1, and they are off! Look at him go now. This is better. He's going to have to squeeze all of the power he can out of that huge fan. Coming down to the water now. His fastest run, of course, that counts. This could be rough. It is. Look at that big bump there. He's back into his usual racing line. Is he going to mix it up a little bit? Yes. Look at that. He's edging out to the right. He's nicking Tania's manoeuvre. Oh, Dave's looking sliced off. He's stolen her idea. Look. And now he's heading towards it. Look at how much power they've got. Shooting up the hill. They're flying by. Here comes the finish line. Left it standing, the boys are overjoyed. Oh, we've got a time. It's 1 minute and 6 seconds. Oh, that is fantastic, but Tania's not going to be happy. She'll be spitting feathers.
That's annoyed you, isn't it? That's really annoyed me, actually. You know why? Because he just... Yeah, I should... doesn't matter.
Hey! Captain, sir, everything! Captain!
So are you always that competitive that you have to copy girls to get to the top?
We didn't. It was in our game plan. I was just trying. Honestly, it was in our game plan.
Oh,
no, it was.
It's Lindsay who's riding with Tania, and at just 57 kilograms, she brings the cargo weight total to 113. Also, as a championship speedboat racer, Lindsay's got tons of racing on water experience. They're fired up now, down by the water's edge. She wants to rub Plato's slightly large nose in this. It's copycat shenanigans. We're going to lift up there, nice. That's quality hovering. They're off, looking good to the turn. This is nice. Oh, look at that. Synchronised. That was beautiful. Either that or win. Oh, wait, hang a minute. No, there's something wrong. Skirt's going down. No. There's not supposed to be that, is it? That looks messy. I don't like the look of this at all. Looking a bit edgy, it's a bit of bouncing, a bit of boatling going on the boat. Oh, this is a bit lovely. That's not very gentlemanly. Here comes the safety hover. Ooh, anxious looks all round. This is a disaster.
She appears to have water at its bottom.
This was a precious test run before the real mission, and now it's been blown out of the water, quite literally. In the replay, the fateful moment is all too plain to see. In their eagerness to beat the boys, Tania and Lindsay lean too heavily on one side and push the air out every which way but forward. And her last chance to practice is blown away. So now it's a full team event, and even after her hover disaster, Tania's still talking up her chances.
You know what? You'll be like, where's she gone? We can't see her.
Sorry, I just had a lapse of concentration.
Well, they started the day as hovercraft novices, and boy did they cram in their homework. Jason soon realised his driving skills were driving him up the wall, while Lady of the Lake Tania demonstrated better tactical nous by taking that huge run-up. With a teammate on board, Plato nicked her idea with astonishing results, while Tania was left deflated and dead in the water. But none of that counts now. It's all up for grabs. It's all aboard. Time for the real thing. So here we are down by the water now. Remember, these hovercraft can carry a maximum payload of just 250 kilograms. The 3 beefy amigos are on board, so that's just 17 kilograms shy of being overloaded. So will they be able to handle that extra weight? It's a tense moment here at the seas. Revving it. Look at that wrist action. He knows what he's doing, doesn't he? He likes it, though. You can see it in his face. Okay, there's the off. 3, 2, 1. There they go down towards the water. And move for the extra weight. Let's hit the water, but they haven't sunk. That's good now. They're taking that wide line again. As first demonstrated by Tania. Oh, this was huge. Look at that! They have taken a huge margin out of this lake. This is going to be the biggest run. Oh, look at them go down streamlining like a bobsleigh. Keep it out, though. No, keep to it. Keep it. Oh, look at that elbow going in. This could be the big one. They're looking confident. But no! Oh, they're motionless. Stranded on the shore like a dead otter. Oh, no, this is a disaster for the boy. And the girls are laughing. Oh, no. Motionless. Disaster.
Yes, I'm very...
I think we've cocked up.
Yes, the extra weight did them no favours. Even with that world record of a run-up, they stopped 8 metres short of the finish. So out of the park now. Girls are in position. Tania knows exactly what she's got to do. She's just got to get around the course with no mistakes. All she has to do is pass that marker, and she's got this in hand. There goes the horn. And they're up in their air. Oh no, the horse is sabotaged! Throwing water at them. What's that going to do? They're going to melt, they're not witches. But she's on the water now, they're happy. They're looking good, they're looking calm. Although, must be in Tania's mind, that disaster she had on the test run. Can she put that behind her? Look at that. She's taken a monumental run up. This is even bigger than Plato's. I can barely see him. He was like a speck at the end. Look at them. There's a chance they can take off at this speed. This is incredible. She's got the pedal to the metal. Going through the grass like the lions of the Serengeti. And she is past the marker. Oh, fabulous stuff. It's a famous victory. Eat that, Plato. So, in the end, it all came down to tactics and weight distribution. The boys just didn't take the hill with the right momentum, and the ladies had more than enough welly to glide into a famous victory. And now it's a moment worth savouring. Go easy on him, girl.
I won you! I won fair and square.
To be fair, you did win fair and square. Well done.
You're not going to push me in the lake or anything now. Come on, really?
No, I don't do stuff like that.
No,
Well
it's too easy. There's something happening here. Yeah. Now, not only did we win, but we won fair and square because lately you've been having a little bit of a habit of perhaps cheating,
No, we
perhaps
have not. We've not done
bending
anything
the
at all.
rules, perhaps copying
No, we
me
haven't
the
done
whole
any of that.
time. What
Whoa,
else
whoa.
has happened
Look,
lately?
you've won fair and square, and I'm very gracious in defeat. Well done.
Really?
Yeah.
That's just going to eat away at
I'm
you
not.
until next series.
I'm
He's taking it well. No, he isn't. Where's he off to? Oh, don't do it, Jason. Come back, man. It's still all to play for. With Tania squaring it 1-1, it's down to the final mission. It's going to be glory for one of them, but who? Find out after the break. This is Mission Implausible, a battle between petrolhead Jason Plato and glamour stunt ace Tania Zayeta. It's crunch time, as they're both about to find out what their deciding mission is.
Jason and Tania, your final mission will see you surfing, but forget splashing around in the sea. You'll be riding on top of a speeding car. You must climb onto a surfboard and keep your balance as it drives over these steel speed ramps. Whoever can stay surfing the longest will win the mission. Good luck.
How are you?
The teams get straight into the boxes
Sitting in the
and
car.
start their surf training.
Sitting in the car, passenger seat, obviously. So then climbing out of the car, jumping up onto the roof, and getting onto the surfboard.
Yes,
So,
Tania, step
all right,
one
so
when
at least we're
surfing
getting
on a
out.
So
speeding
we've got
car
rid of the
is
skateboard
getting to
because we
grips
know you
with
can
standing
do,
upright on the
it's for
board.
kids and it's small. This is our task. This is the mission to get on a surfboard.
Over on the black team, balance expert Dave shows Plato how to distribute his weight on the board. Fingers spread like spiders and feet as a backstop.
We've got to give it the full. Whoa, have some of that.
That's it, yeah.
Well, they better get a shift on, because in just 2 hours they'll find themselves surfing along this 4-mile stretch of our MI runway on a car doing 40 miles an hour. And it won't be water cushioning their fall, it's concrete.
It's not a difficult mission.
You don't think?
I don't think so, no.
How's your balance?
Balance is perfect.
But you're used to being in a car. You know you actually have to climb out and get on top, Jace.
Tania, it will be fine.
So when they speed up these cars and you and I are racing next to each other on top of the car, I know that you're used to being in them.
I'm quite good at being on top, though.
Of a car?
I think we'll be fine.
Up, whether it's crouching
Back
or,
to the
or
girls,
lying
and luckily for
somehow,
Tania,
and then
support team
climbing
member
up.
Lindsay has extensive
Okay,
surf
well, you're not
skills,
starting
so
off.
she helps her train on where to put her feet on the board.
Right, so not going to start. Right, so you've climbed up the car window. It's literally going to be flat like this. So we have to work out a way of getting onto the
Well,
board.
that's probably raised up off the roof a little bit anyway.
Jason's instinct is to put his right foot forward, which in surf speak means he's goofy-footed.
You know,
Definitely
going
gonna
to want to get up in a bit of style, do you know what I mean?
We're going to be going as fast as you think you can handle, Jason. There's definitely the wind, even at 20 miles an hour, the wind's going to be a big factor. Yeah, absolutely.
Tania, on the other hand, finds her natural balance left foot forward, which makes her natural-footed. So, Tania is a natural, and Jason is, well, goofy. Putting all that into a single move is what championship surfers will spend hours practicing. It's called the pop-up.
Yeah, I think it's crucial to make sure that back leg is dug in. Do you know what I mean? So you've got a good support on that.
And it'll be support against a potential headwind of 40 miles an hour, because if they fall, they can expect injuries consistent with having a major road traffic accident.
Go on your knees. Go on your knees like this. Because if you lie down, you're going to find it difficult to get a lot more. Just start
Tanya's
like
still
that,
paying
like
close
you say,
attention to
start on your
Lindsay's footwork, whereas Jason...
We need to be stylish at this, so the glasses are going to go on.
Jason seems more concerned about looking like a surf dude than actually being one.
Are you seriously that confident that you don't have to practice anymore?
It's a doddle. It's easy, isn't it?
Training moves on to this, a 145 brake horsepower of car. They'll have to get out of the passenger window and onto the roof at high speed, dangling just 4 feet above the tarmac below. In just 1 hour's time, they'll be doing this at 40 miles an hour.
We've got to make this quick, haven't
Absolutely.
we? In and out.
Smooth and as quick as possible.
Put the watch on the girls, quick, quick, quick.
The faster they can get out of the car and onto their feet, the more time they'll have standing on the board in the mission.
We've managed to sneakily time there, out the car and back on the surfboard. And they were doing it in about 9-10 seconds, and I think their best was about 7.5. Our first attempt we did sub 5, and then we got it down to 4.5 seconds, so I think we're in good shape.
Each time I looked over at Jason's team, they were doing nothing. They were doing nothing.
Of course, there is one other thing I've not taken into account, and that's speed and air pressure. We're going to be doing 30, 40, maybe even more miles an hour and trying to stay on top of the car.
Jason and Tania may be confident about getting onto their boards, but the most dangerous part of the mission is when their cars drive over those dreaded speed bumps. They're designed to slow passing cars down to just 5 miles an hour. So when Jason and Tania drive over them at a massive 40 miles an hour, trying to keep their feet will be a humongous test of balance and nerves. I smell blood.
It's weird because it sounds like a lot of fun right now, and I'm sure everyone's sitting at home, especially the boys, going, I want to do that car surfing, that sounds awesome, you know. But yeah, I am a little nervous about it actually.
Now, there's nothing like a dry cracker to whet the appetite, and more importantly, decide who's going to go first in the test run.
Eat the cracker, and then you have to say mission implausible to the camera in the shortest time. Okay? And then you win, or I win. Ready, set, go.
I'll fall.
You want to go first or second? It's up to you.
Mug. To the camera. To the camera. Come on. To the camera.
Implausible. I hate you.
Yeah, I think that's Tania talk for Jason goes first. So let's recap. As the car passes the start line, J&T will hear a horn. That's a signal which means they can climb out and onto the board. If they manage to stand upright, the clock starts. Whoever stays on their feet for the longest time will win. But lurking like a shark, 10 metres from the finish line, lies this pile of steel speed ramps, 4 metres wide and 15 centimetres high. It'll be like watching a jelly in a washing machine on a spin cycle to A&E. It's just one test run each at 30 miles an hour before they'll be doing it for real at an increased mission speed of 40 mph. To prevent Jason being dragged along the runway like a rag doll, both he and Tania have to wear full stunt harnesses.
Finish these off. Make sure they're tight.
Whoa, 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 watch them jewels, son. Right, I'm done. You get down the finish line, you get the champagne ready.
Excellent. See you there.
I heard that. You are so cocky.
So no glory in winning this practice, but as always with this warring duo, it's about pride. Once he hears the signal, Jason will climb out of the passenger window and onto the board when the clock will be started. It's stopped if he falls or passes the finish. Here we go, we're in the car. The car's rolling, he's waiting for that horn. You need to get a shift on that Plato, he's out! Out the window, no hesitation, no fear. Look at that, quickly onto the board, start that clock!
Jeez, he was fast.
God, that was quick.
Oh, he's looking good, looking calm, nice use of the arms there. Oh, he's switching feet! Oh, what a show off! Goofy natural, can't make his mind up. He's looking good though now, but here come those speed bumps. This is going to be the real test of can he stay? It's a bit unsteady. It's like chucking out time, but he's on the board. Cowabunga, Jason, 21 seconds. Well done, Plato.
I was convinced I was going over then. I'm still not sure whether it might be better to do it that way. Let me tell you, it's easy going in a straight line. But those sleeping policemen, I was expecting them to be square across the road, but they're at an angle. Tricky.
Tricky indeed. See how he uses his extensive disco dancing skills to stick to that board like glue. Not bad for a petrol head.
Got to get up.
Over to Tanya.
So I get
She's
up.
an Aussie,
Yes,
and we all know
Yeah.
they learn to surf
21.
while they're still in nappies.
I've got to get up fast, don't I? Good luck. All right, thank you.
She needs to get standing up on that board for 21 seconds or more. So here it is, the rolling start. That's what we're used to seeing now. And she's out. Look at that. She's heard the horn. She's out nimbly up onto the board and onto her feet. Start that clock. Now, will she be wiped out by those bumps? She looks confident now, but we all know how big that... Whoa, take it easy. She's over.
She's gone.
She's off.
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, man, Plato's loving it. That's a bit sick, really.
That much!
So let's see that replay. Tania gets to her feet and holds a good surfing position, but as the car hits those bumps, she fights to stay standing, losing her balance in spectacular style right at the end. Her safety rope thankfully stopping her from falling over the bonnet at the last minute, but she stays on her tiptoes as she passes the finish line, so her time stands.
So technically I got to the end. I got to the end before I went all wonky.
So Tania and Jason discovered in training that popping up isn't just what toast does. In the test run, Plato threw caution to the wind, while Tania nearly did her last tango. And that's just a memory because the tide's coming in. And surf's up, dudes. Jason's wearing his fighting face because now he's doing it for real, and this car is going to reach a gut-wrenching 40 miles an hour. Will that extra headwind combined with the increased speed on the ramps throw him off the car like a rag doll, or will he clip on like a limpet? We'll cut the tension here with a knife. Car's pulling off now. Picking up speed. Plato can't bail out until he hears the horn. No, he needs to hold his nerve, and he's out. There's the horn. He's going up. Is he going to slip at this point? No, he's up. He's looking steady. Clock started. Looking good. He's eyeing up those approaching ramps. Can he ride them out? Great correction. Nice arm work. Brilliant time. 16 seconds.
Beat that, birds.
Damn it, he's still on the car.
He not only went the distance, but looked much quicker getting onto the board. Look how he rode the speed bumps like his life depended on it, which it did. Tania, consider that gauntlet well and truly laid down.
When the pressure's on, you don't want to lose. I really concentrate and, making sure I got out fast, and I'll be surprised if she beats that. If she does, I'm going to have to eat humble pie.
It doesn't get bigger than this. She beat Jason in the test run. Can she do it now? We're in the car. Everybody's ready.
Come on, girl. Gonna beat Jason.
Car's rolling. She's sucking herself up there with a little bit of chat. She's waiting for that horn. Can't go out until she hears that sound. There it is. And she's out. She's bailing out. Beautiful. Look at that. She's up like a ballerina up on your feet. There you go. Fantastic. She's keeping it steady as the ramp. Oh, a little bit of a correction there. Nice arm up in the air, hailing a cab. And she stayed on like a proper Aussie.
So time.
Oh, the news is her time's almost identical to Plato's. The boffins are going to have to crunch the numbers while we look back at these performances. Jason's combination was all fearless bravado and dirty dancing, but Tania was all light-footed elegance. So, who's the gnarly king and who's been wiped out? The decision has been made. Tania's about to reveal.
Oh my God, you're
I tell
looking
you what,
at me like
you can't believe how tense this is.
Oh, no, I know. Here's the deal. I have no idea what you got. No one will tell me anything. All I know is what I got. And all I know is that I just made it and stayed on my feet long enough. And you stayed on your feet, right?
Yeah.
So it's down to the score.
Yeah.
I'm figuring it's pretty
Stop
close.
padding it out. Just get out with it, woman.
My score I stayed on my feet for 15 seconds.
Oh!
You know what that means? Oh, you know what that means?
What?
I stayed on his feet for 16.
It's mission accomplished for Jason. He so nearly had humble pie over those chiseled good looks. So let's look back then. Mission 1, Plato found his head for heights and he fearlessly rode his bike off a cliff. In 2, Tania combined her lightweight with a tactical brain and out-clobbered the boys up that impossible hill. Surfing show of strength, Jason wins the show, 2 missions to 1. This has been Mission Implausible, and next time you can expect bucket loads of this.